Okay, so if I remember correctly, last time you all decided to go to the labs area, which you went into, found a doctor who was not so pleased to have you there, shooed you away, sent you on an errand to make sure he can trust you, slash, just do this for him and get the fuck out. You went there, found two genetic experiments. Both are producing um, drugs inside their stomach while being genetically modified at the base level. One turned into a Deathclaw hybrid who's on Slasher and all kinds of Jet and Psycho that's speeding up his metabolism, giving him endless hunger and pain, and making him very angry. And the other one's on basically pain medications out the ass and immune suppressants slash appetite suppressants to the point where he's kind of just surviving. And then you found out this was happening to multiple creatures and that it's happening to, multiple people and that the actual, you know, this is just a place getting received information and then broadcasting it to where it needs to go. It's not like an actual control station, but you found out a bit of what happened here. And then you helped out Clive, and then you decapitated Clive at the end of the hall, and here we are.
So are we done here? In this building, I mean? Guys?
Yeah. Yes, we are done with what we needed to do. If we want to take some time and rummage through everywhere, we can do that.
That does not sound like a bad idea.
Okay, who wants to do that?
I mean,
I'll do it.
you're the guy that usually finds stuff.
I mean, if I can't find it, something's wrong. $42.
You begin your search around the premises where you find dead bodies of people, as you saw before on the computer, where they were kind of just filled with enough nutrients and pills and drugs to keep them alive, and then they kind of just burnt out on a skeleton crew, right?
Hmm.
You search around, you don't really find anything of worth. Just a whole lot of coffee, outdated antibiotics, Radex, and for some reason a lot of pills called PX-2.
Are there any kind of like files or labels or instructions laying around to tell us what PX-2 is?
You find a whole lot of the bottles, and then you find like a kind of a box where it's been untouched. And you can go ahead and read the instructions if you want. The instructions for PX-2 is that you are to take one of these pills 3 times a day, and they are to give your body what they had stated gives your body the nutrients it needs. Take one of these pills 3 times a day as a meal replacer.
Oh. Hmm. Uh, Anybody feel like eating pills instead of food?
I mean, sure, I'm always hungry.
No.
You're gonna end up with like an arm coming out of your butt or something.
Make it easier to wipe.
Yeah, you're gonna end up way more fucked up.
Do you wish to take the pills? Do you want to take any?
Just give them all to Sven. He can figure out what to do with them. Sell them to some guy or something.
Well, if you take them, let me know.
Yep, I will.
I
You'll
think he
take
means
them or
if you
you'll let
eat
them
one.
know.
I think he means if you eat one, let him know. If you make this decision, go see the GM.
You've got
Me.
90 bottles of PX-01.
Holy shit.
Each bottle contains 25 pills. You find that a lot of the people here had implants.
Like a BBL or a chip in their head.
Well, definitely not a Brazilian butt lift. More like they had like mechanical legs or an arm missing, so they got an appendage.
Oh,
Do any of
okay.
them look like? Do any of them look like they're still viable, or just decayed and stuff?
Just decayed and mostly scrap thrown together.
I mean, you should take them and you can study them. You might be able to jury rig something with them.
Oh, okay, sure. I'll take the prosthetic lens that I find.
Roll me medicine check. Never mind, you're 300. You remove them all. They've been hard screwed into their bone and tissue. You finish the work, it's just you're covered in blood now. From the waist
That's
down.
nothing new. That's nothing new.
Did you want to do anything else before you leave this place, or?
I mean, if we picked it clean, I think we're kind of good.
Okay. Head back to the overworld map. Do you wish to head back to the radar outpost, or do you want to continue on to a different one?
Y'all want to just head to Raider Outpost 6? Or do we want to go back to 5 and let him know what we found here?
We could go to 6 and then fast travel back.
Yeah, let's do that. That way we can tell them everything we found in both places.
But we're only like a day out of Raider Outpost 5. And once we finish Raider Outpost 6, we could just fast travel all the way back up to 3.
True.
I guess let's go back.
All right.
We can only
Sounds
fast
good to me.
travel every 5 days.
Roll any checks that you might want for the day. Otherwise, we'll roll encounter dice.
Roll a nature check for finding some veggies, please, sir.
$16.
So you managed to pick up some veggies on the side of the road. Let me get you the vegetables. You picked up ten barrel cactuses.
What was it?
10 barrel cactus in the OOC.
Okay.
This juice. It's the quenchiest. It'll quench you.
What is that from?
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Any other checks by anyone else or no?
That should be the only one, our 1-day check.
Okay. Roll me your survival check for cross-country travel.
$32.
Yep, you pass. So you make it back to Raider Outpost 5. There we go. So, cool things down a little bit. So you get back out here to Raider Outpost 5, and it seems things are in high alert as there's a bunch of turrets all the way across the gates.
Lovely.
As you approach, a voice says, "What is your business here?"
We're here because we completed the job as requested.
You may pass.
This is the place I got the bracelet for, right?
This is the place you weren't allowed to go into.
Well, I'll wait outside then.
Yeah, that was another place where we had to get a bracelet. I think that was the one before this.
So as you enter in, the research officer looks over to you and says, "Well, you finally returned. Took you long enough."
And I turn around for a second and I dig through my bag and I pull out that big fucking head and I just throw it on the floor in front of him.
Excellent. You may go now.
And so I read the notes there.
That's not what we agreed to. .
sounds like you need to learn how to do better work.
I do not need to take anything. I do not need to take any advice from you. You were told what to do, and you directly disobeyed orders. I'll have to deduct this from your pay. Maybe next time you can just do a bit better and follow your orders and just do what you're told, not sniff into other people's business.
I can do better. You mean you can't even successfully mutate something?
Says the gunslinger of the scientist. Be along your way. Get out of my sight.
I leave.
What do you say to him?
Oh, nothing. I just said I'd leave.
As you go to the gate, a person hands you your cap bounty that you succeeded for this, and you got 20 caps.
Okay. Take it. I thank them, and we leave.
As you leave, you notice there's a bunch of scratch marks all over the walls.
Does it look like from the death claw?
1 minute. Okay, so you my AC's giving me trouble now. So what are you gonna do now?
So I asked you if the claw mark looked like from the death claw guy.
Nature check.
$17.
Looks like death claw marks and bear marks.
I'll come up here and I'm going to ask the guard that's right there. Like, hey, between you and me, what happened here after I left? I see all the guns are out, the walls are all scratched up.
Well, when you left, about a day afterwards, some monstrous creature came here in the night and scratched up the walls and activated security turrets, shot at it for a straight hour, and just didn't do anything, just kept scratching, and then eventually, after the heavy plasma turrets got deployed, it then singed it somehow and it left in a hurry.
Damn. But it didn't breach, huh?
Didn't what?
I said at least it didn't breach, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Well, y'all be safe. There's probably more of them out there. And yeah, with that, we'll leave.
Okay, you're back out to the world map. Where to now?
Outpost 6.
Yeah, we'll start heading to Raider Post 6, looking for any supply lines on the way.
Okay. Make your survival roll.
I crit a 10.
1d6.
Okay.
Virgil.
Do you want to travel through the night or no?
Yeah, we'll travel through the night, and then we need Virgil to roll perception for finding the supply station.
$32.
You don't find a supply station. Instead, you find a gruesome sight of what appears to be a murder. Caravan was killed here. Half of them are cut in half, large chunks bit out of them, and just a mess of everything.
Can I inspect the bite?
Yep.
Is that nature? $28.
Deathclaw. Big old Deathclaw bite.
Oh boy.
Look for anything usable.
Investigation.
$35.
Five cans of pork and beans is what you find. Everything else has been too destroyed, mangled, and fucked up to be dealt with. It seems like they are mostly transporting some kind of caged chickens or something, and they just got fucking demolished. As none of the chickens are left, just a bunch of broken cages.
That's too bad.
I hope the chickens are okay.
One can hope, Jams. One can hope. Okay. Continue on.
Need another check?
Yeah, another survival check. Going throughout the night.
43.
You barely just passed by 3 points.
Woohoo.
Move 1d6.
Can I can go diagonally?
Yeah. You've been
Oh, I
going
didn't know that.
diagonal.
One, 3. All right, we made it. Sorry.
I mean, even so, it's like
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
so. On your way to Raider Post 6, along the roadway down, you've seen hunched over you've seen spiked heads on spear picks. You've seen dead bodies of ghouls and entrails spreading around. You've seen fire geckos been stripped bare, as if almost like a loaded baked potato. They scraped out the inside and left the skin behind. You've seen all manner of creature and monsters, and as you approach further and further towards Raider Post 6, you just start seeing crucified super mutants.
Oh, great.
Like, if this was Evangelion, there was a whole lot more than the end of that series.
I have a feeling I'm not going to be welcome here.
You don't say. Whatever gave you that impression?
That guy up there at point at one of them.
Well, let's see what they're doing here.
You get to the outpost, and I'll put some more tokens on the map. You get to the outpost, as you see there are a couple armed guards, and 1 minute. There's a couple armed guards, as well as a majority of them looked like to be in scrapped out power armor. As well as there being heavy machine gun turrets. All over the place, with an electrified chain link fence.
I'm going to sneak. I passed.
Just getting a few more set up, then we'll be on our merry way. Okay. So, James, you said you're gonna stealth. Roll me stealth.
I passed.
Well, for you, you passed anyways.
Yeah, he rolled a 19.
As you approach, Sven, all of the turrets that are on the, all the heavy-mounted machine gun turrets that are mounted everywhere, immediately all put their laser sights on you. As you approach the two guys at the gate.
All right. How's everybody doing today?
They don't respond to you.
I'm here by request of Sergeant. I didn't mean to grab your person. I'm here under request of Sergeant Axel Rose, checking on all of the outposts, making sure that everything is good.
You said you were here under orders of Sergeant Axel Rose, correct?
Yeah.
We have heard word of someone of some military caliber coming down here. Prove that you are military caliber. State your ranking and your designation. Do Do you have any proof that you were in previous military service?
Yes, I pull out my dog tag that I would have being a sergeant in the military.
Is your Pip-Boy registered with your military background?
I don't know. I've never checked.
Give your wrist here.
Sure.
He plugs a cord into your Pip-Boy, and begins to read it on his end. And this is, your dog tags and Pip-Boy match up with your ID and service. You may enter. You may bring along with you 2 living constituents.
Okay.
They will be put under momentary ID permission. They will only exist here as long as you are here. You have 2 days to get your business over with. At a later time, you can resubmit for another 2 days.
Sure. Virgil, Lena, come with me.
I follow along.
I ask him, where's somebody I can check in with?
Please enter in through the right door here. You will meet our secretary.
Perfect.
As you enter inside with both Virgil and Lena?
Yeah.
As you enter inside, you see a prim and proper dressed secretary. He's wearing a full suit, and he looks to you and says, "Ah, welcome to Cobalt Crater. How may I assist you today?"
Here under orders of Sergeant Axel Rose, inspecting the...
Please submit your dog tags and fingerprint.
Sure. And I do so.
Excellent. Military veteran, your fingerprint matches up with the database.
Okay. Alright.
The others that are with you, who are they?
They're my friends and traveling companions, helping on this journey, working for myself and Sergeant Axel Rose.
Please submit your fingerprints for scan.
Now, 3.
I do so.
Me too.
Virgil, medical scientist. Excellent. You worked on machines in a previous vault, correct?
Yes.
What led you all the way out here? You don't need to answer. I
Long.
don't care.
Oh. Very well then.
Ah, Lena. What is your last name,
Hi.
small child?
Brooks.
Lena Brooks. Where are your parents?
I guess they're dead. I don't know.
That is a shame. We will mark you as orphaned
You're
within the
gonna write
database.
from Sylvia.
Carry on. If you are looking for the sergeant in command, please head down the road and make a right-hand turn. You will find his office at the very end of the road. Please check in with his aide there at that front gate area.
I just have to write VIA.
In which then you can fully comprehend the situation at hand. Please do not make any detours, and do not make eye contact with the people in the camp. When I say camp,
Why?
I mean in the electrified fenced area. It is off limits, and no one is permitted to speak to them.
Okay. And you said down the road to the right?
Take the road all the way north and take a right.
All right. Let's go.
I'm gonna fold the card
Do any of
anyways,
you look around, or do you just head?
even though you
Yeah.
said not.
Yeah, I mean, I look around, not really making eye contact, but
And it's
seeing
just
what's
a
going
nice
on.
summer day on
You
the
see
inside.
a. We
All
can
of
hear your
us
kid, by
don't
the
have
way, if you
anything
want
to
to know.
read on
So we,
something.
so you can see a couple super mutants that are inside of this electrical cage. They look pretty familiar, as they were wearing the same kind of knight uniform
Instead,
that you met before.
almost.
Um,
I'm gonna write. I
also
wish
of note
for you.
is there's a couple of humans with them, and they're surrounded by a large electrical fence where there's a couple of junk chairs and sofas inside, where they're being heavily guarded and patrolled. You can see each of these little kind of like markers slash light kind of stumps. While they do have a light in them, you see that from your military training, you know there is a turret hidden inside for extra added defense and protection. And as you approach, the power armored guard looks to you and says, "State your name and business."
Sorry.
We're here because Axel Rose told us to come here. I'm Lena. This is Finn and our friend Virgil. Somebody in another building told us to come here.
Okay, 1 minute.
Did we get that guy's name?
You are allowed to enter. He steps to the side. You see that a metal gate opens with a rattling of a couple of steel locks, and the door finally switches open. And as you enter, you see the room is a dimly lit office space where there is just a couple of candles and a small lamp sitting on a table, where there is two men sitting at that table. One looks to be well dressed in the sense of a Florida attire with a flower shirt, white pants, a long mustache with handlebars, and is carrying a quite large revolver. The other one looks to be your typical Western cowboy with a long duster trench coat, a dark brown cowboy hat with saddle drapes, and a blue and red shirt vest combination, holding with him a shotgun and shotgun shells across multiple straps. Well, howdy ho there, buckaroo. Why don't you all sit down and we can get down to business.
Sure. Come up and we sit down. Go ahead.
What brings you all the way out here to the Cobalt Crater?
We've been sent by Sergeant Axel Rose to check all of the supply lines, all of the outposts, make sure they're all running efficiently, and that there's no outstanding problems that we can assist with.
I've heard word from good old Axel Rose up north. Been here keeping communication quite often. She said she was sending some guy down here, some bumpkin from the country. I don't know if he was a proper military man, but she said he looked like he had some training. Been a long time since you fought in a war, son. How's your nerves handling you?
I mean, hasn't been that long since I fought in a war.
Oh, only a good
My nerves are
couple
fine.
hundred years.
I mean, I slept through that.
Rest does the body well, but it doesn't do its nerves one. But if you say you're fine, that's at least plausible. Now, you're here on inspection and to see what we're up to. Let me give you your brass tacks, boy. We are the Cobalt Crater, getting our name for the illustrious business of defending the southern part of the city, or the southern border, from all kinds of retrobates that try to come on through, whether it be monsters, creature abominations, or the everyday ghoulifications of new shitheads. This is an endless war, one that does not ever cease, morning or night.
Okay.
This is our sergeant here. His name is the Golden Sergeant, otherwise known as Tolarov. Good old Tolarov is what you could consider a military tactical genius when it comes out here to these parts. Oh, don't tell him that now. I ain't no tactical genius of any kind. I'm just a man who has a few smarts and knows how not to get his people killed. Now, what was your name there? Sven? Yeah. As I can see, you've traveled along the wasteland. You got yourself a nice car, a few guns, and what appears to be some nice armor, and you're bloodier than the best battlefields I've ever seen. But let me tell you, over here at the Cobalt Crater, we got a, well, you could say your fair shit list of everything in between. Now, if you're looking to make yourself useful, there can always be an extra hand in killing things, but that won't do us much good, as that's always a constant ordeal here. What I really need is I need someone to venture into Neversleep and end whatever the fuck's making all them creatures come up from here. Now, we don't know for sure if it's Neversleep or not, but considering that all the ghoulish abominations and radioactive creatures keep coming from the same graveyard, one could say there's a necromancer at work, but I don't believe in magic. After all, if there's a necromancer at work, then damn, we need some better RPGs, or we better not find any dragons. Now, mind you, that little dispersion into Neverend, or Neversleep, doesn't need to be right away. As I said, we can hold our own here for quite some time. I'd give it 2 months before we're overrun and completely shit-stacked. So if you could do it within a 2-month time frame, that would be real nice. And while I would love to give you some extra supplies to send you on down there, as Axelrose has informed me that you needed some, you would have gotten plenty on your way down here from the other supply chains and supply lines. I cannot spare a damn thing for you.
Well, if it's as irradiated as you said, we need to get something to let us survive there.
Let me think.
What about like an astronaut suit?
Yeah, I mean, we need some radiation suits, something to deal with that.
I remember correctly, there. Oh, where was it? There was a large cave full of all kinds of weapons and legend to be quite well endowed with all kinds of defenses. Now, I don't have the men or security to send up that far north, but do you know a place called Hollow Hatch Mine?
Pull up my map and I start looking. Nope, that doesn't seem to be a place I'm familiar with.
You might have been familiar with it. Let me see real quick.
Looking at the map, I don't see it marked anywhere. Oh wait, nope, I see it. Never mind. Up by Bastard. Okay. Yeah, it's to the like almost directly east, a little bit north of Vesper. Okay, yes, I'm familiar with where that is.
Well, at least you know where it is. I don't. But I've heard there's a great number of old kinds of weapons in there, old military supplies, and all kinds of caches, building up for a nice nuclear war. Now, if you can make your way all the way up there and manage to get back down here, that would be just lovely, because that's about the only place that I know that has any kind of lasting defenses or lasting of anything in this part of the region. Now, I guess you could try to go a little over south and raid Republican Trench, but I don't think the kind folks whaleized or the kind, how would I put it, the kind cultist folk would even let you touch it.
Yeah, we can get up there pretty easy. Yeah, we can make that trip
Now, mind
there
you,
and
I
back
can't
probably.
pay you anything if you decide to go down to Never Sleep. The only thing you'd be doing is doing the good of knowing you saved a whole population of people from the agonizing death of an over-legion of the dead and the ghoulification of people coming up from south and going across the bridge. Essentially, I'm paying you on reputation, boy. If you're okay with that, then be on your merry way. Not to say you got
Yeah,
to leave
yeah,
anytime soon, but you only got 2 days here, so you might as well make your time not as short as possible, but well used.
sure. What do you know about Raider Outpost 5?
You've come across enough things. Reader Outpost 5 is a nice little drug den that we like to call it. It's a drug lab for synthesizing all kinds of things, whether it be the kind of drugs we make or the drugs we produce. And I'm sure you've seen enough now to know what that means.
Yeah. Are there any other experiments they're supposed to be doing there?
I don't fuck with Whistle Britches and he doesn't fuck with me. So I know some of the things he's doing. It depends, though, how much it's worth your price, as it is skin off my back.
And what do you want?
Supplies.
Okay.
I'll tell you what. You go to Mander's Cave and get some supplies back and bring it all here. And give me 15% of it. I'll answer 5 questions of whatever you want.
All right, I'll see what we can do.
Very well. hop to it, gang. Unless there's anything else I can do for you.
Nope. All right, and with that, we leave.
Oh, before you go, I was told by intelligence that you carry with you a particular man who knows something about the end of the world. And he looks over at Virgil.
You're going to have to be more specific.
Well, you're friends with Colt, aren't you, boy?
No.
Friends or not, or whether you're enemy acquaintances, I heard they're going to be pulling something big in the next little while, maybe a year or two from now.
I don't remember hearing anything about big plans.
Maybe you haven't, but I certainly have. But I figure since you're wrapped up in their old good graces, maybe you should know about it. Apparently, they'll be they're going to be razing this place to the ground. Not just mine, all the raider posts, and attacking the main city in a year. Well, that was at the time that I heard the information. It's about 300 days now.
Well, they better start upping their game. Because every time I run across them, I kill them and take everything they own.
Something about they got some kind of new red horn creature. Call it something of a womper cat.
Oh, the thing in Vespers.
The wombat cat.
Some kind of womper cat, and they got something else that's called the Devil's Retribution, and I think they said some news about some kind of biocomputer thingy.
We'll have to keep an
Some of
eye
that,
out for that.
yeah, some of that may have been destroyed already.
The wombat cat is not destroyed, and just
Nope.
so you know what you're up against, it is a highly mutated Deathclaw.
Like I said, if
And
it comes to pass, we'll have to deal with it either way.
they have figured out how to keep it in a building.
Oh, from the news
Without-
that I heard, is they made there wasn't just one of them. There was like 20 of them.
We only know about the one as far as I know.
Oh.
That's unnerving.
Something like they caught a mother Deathclaw or something other.
Lovely.
Well, we ran into some individuals that might be able to help you, but they actually helped us free up a supply depot. But it looks like you currently have some of their men in your cages.
Oh, you mean them Supermans? Yeah, we can't let them live.
Have you talked to those?
It's a little bit out of my hands. It's more about the law and decree that is here, and the people that I work for is that Sad truth of reality is there's a good number of super mutants and ghouls and other creatures out there that are quite friendly to humanity. However, given the recent past and what all they've done with the groups they've had, is that we are not to trust any of them, and they are to be killed on sight or extracted for information and then killed promptly after.
Well, that particular group was working to help get rid of these cults and restore order up here.
They said something of the sort, which is why I have them locked up in a pen there. I can keep them there for at least another couple months, but then I'm going to have pressure from on high. I'm trying to see what I can do, but at the moment there's just a little bit too much pressure on our end from the constant influx of Never Sleep to really have me have any political say, because we haven't had any triumphs in a while. You know how it be. Get your crusade and warring done, get triumph, a couple medals, and then push a little more political power.
What if we let them earn their freedom by helping my team deal with the Nevermore situation?
Well, that's what I'm kind of leaning on, but like I said, come back with the weapons and equipment first, and then I'll see if I can do some smooth talking.
Yeah, well, that's why I brought it up. It's going to take us about 6 days to get there and back.
Aren't you boys quick as a fiddle?
Yeah. So if you can spend some time between now and then, we'll be back here in 6 days. And see if we can get an answer about maybe releasing them into my custody to earn their freedom.
We can see.
Yeah.
No promises, but I'll try the best that I can with what limited I have.
Sure thing. And we do have a super mutant that works for us directly. So he's currently waiting with our vehicle.
No, hold up. Don't tell me. As long as I don't know where he is, I don't need to enforce where he is.
Okay. Well, he met Sergeant Axel Rose, so are these orders coming from
The walls
higher?
have ears, boy.
That's fine. I'm just how high are the orders coming from for these mutants?
In terms of commands for doctrine or commands of
Capturing, killing, extracting information. How high up does that come from?
that comes from the branch of directors. If you want to put it on a pedestal scale, you have about 4 different levels before you get to us. So you have the head Don, who's all the way at the top. You have his chiefs, which then split into 4 more tiers, and then below that are 4 more tiers as it further splits out. Then you have the head directories of each individual section of a raider post, and then you have us. So each raider post has its own head chief, and then has the guys under him, and then has the ones commanding them. The ones who command the raider posts are kind of within the inner city, and the ones who help manage it are in between the supply chains, and then you have us, including me, who's the boss of the specific post. So in terms of command structure, the policy was made by the directors, which are about 8 stages above me.
Has some Easter baskets on the table if you don't mind taking it to me.
Sure.
And
All right.
I found this in my bag of Easter stuff.
Oh.
I guess they thought
With
I
that,
needed
we
it.
will
I
we'll
am
leave
not
and
the person to give that to.
we'll leave and go start our journey.
I'm just drawing a little diagram.
Oh.
Okay, let me take a picture of this, and I'll send it your guys' way, if you can read my chicken scratch. Okay, so you have, at the very top is the boss, who then has his 4 chiefs. Then, after a chief, is a director, which is split into 4 directors of, like, localized areas, right? So, like, for the specific chief, it would be, like, the chief of war, right? And then there's the 4 directors of, like, logistics, ammunition, weapons manufacturing, and recruiting. And then below that is recruiting is then like the Raider Post 6 itself, which has its head of, like, its managers. One would be in terms of logistics, one is in term, and so, like, Raider Post 6 has different fronts, right? So, like, this is Raider Post 6, but one might be for missions, defenses, and offenses, right? And then the defensive one is, like, he's split into 3 managers, and those 3 managers are managing, like, wall defenses, turret, and then ammunition. And then there is a leader that is for the overall Raider Post 6, right? In that analogy, Tolarov is a leader, and Crooked Knee is part of the managers. The leader and the manager have both the same say of power, but the manager has the money. Manager holds the money while the leader technically holds the morale and power. So both of them can have higher say than the other depending on the time frame. If that makes sense.
Yep.
So you have 60 days to get this operation done, and you have 300 days until you know for sure that the Black Quarks are going to make a move on the big city of the Duskmaul Raiders. Do you want to do anything while you're still in town, or no?
I mean, I guess we could look around and see if there's anything else. So yeah, let's look around.
Well, I can
See
just
what,
tell you without you having to move. So
Sure.
over here is just kind of like a general bar and grill. Down here is the concentration area. There's a little ammunitions post, a little resting barracks, and then over here is a locked pub, and then you have the secretarial office.
Yeah. So I mean, I'll just come here and I'll from this location. We'll see if they have anything for sale.
You enter into the bar and grill, and the guy who's there kind of hands you a menu. They don't really have food to sale at the moment. They don't have any like munitions because, as I said, supplies are low. But they have a great selection of burgers.
I get a burger.
Okay, it'll cost 2 caps.
Okay.
You get a half-pound cheeseburger with barbecue sauce and iguana bits.
Yeah, and while I'm there, I just talk to them about just kind of the general, get the feel of how they feel about this outpost, the way it's run, the issues with supplies.
The general consensus is Cobalt Crater is always considered the shit house of like the last on the funding block, except they are always the highest on the funding block as well. It's like whenever new funding comes through, the other ones are able to show more for it because they can produce things and do other stuff. But at the same time, the crater is a necessary evil in the sense that without it, the whole area would be overflooded with monsters and raiders and all kinds of things, as the south is definitely a more deadly zone than the north or even the east and the west. So while they may not get a lot of funding, what they get instead of funding is high grade weapons, high grade ammunitions, a lot of extra food rations and supply waste that goes to them. They get a lot of the odds and ends that technically isn't direct money and funding, but they get a lot of resources and scrap that makes them more independent than other bases. And it has allowed them to do kind of like special things like build an armatorium up and then build up a like an armory. They've built up a gear base. They're able to produce their own ammunition now, be more self-sufficient, and they're starting to work on their own generator. The only major issue is they need more manpower and more heavy ordnance, because while they do have a lot of guns, a lot of the guns they're using are kind of like, it's kind of like taking a horde out with a hunting rifle. Yeah, the hunting rifle's a really good weapon, but when you shoot down one and the 5 approached you by 5 more feet, you need something better.
Okay.
The only other thing they've been really lacking, though, is freshmen, because a lot of the people here are older veterans, which is good for the support and the experience, but also means when they lose one, they feel it, and there's no one to train up.
How's the drug usage in this place look?
They don't have time for it. They get a lot of their water from the water plant they control, and they bottle it and send it out.
Okay. Yeah, I'll come over to the bar.
You can't enter the bar. It's only for the on-staff military personnel.
Okay. Yeah. Then yeah, we'll go ahead and get out of here. I don't want to go mess with the prisoners until we've got that squared, until we got that situated.
Okay. Away you go.
So fast travel outside of Vesper, right?
How are you fast traveling outside
And
of Vespers?
we've been to Vespers,
Where do you know
and
what that
James has
fast
fast.
travel perk does again, James?
You can quick travel to any place you've been once every 5 days.
Okay. So you're gonna quick travel over there?
Yeah, that's what I'd like to do. Is I'd like us to teleport up to Vespers, and then go to Hollow Hat.
As you're just on the road outside of Vespers, you see that they've kind of fallen off the deep end. The streets are a literal river of blood.
I mean, short of us just going and trying to kill everybody and everything that moves. I don't know what else we could do here. Which, if that's what y'all want to do, we can do that.
I mean, do we really need to mess with Vespers? I thought the place we were going to was near Vespers.
Well, so the Vespers is where the wombat cat thing was.
Right.
So the cult that's going to attack them within the next year, we know at least part of it is based out of Vespers.
Right, but
Mission
Vespers is the town where two rival cults were basically holding each other in a power balance, right?
right, and he just said the streets are literally running with blood.
Mm-hmm.
Want me to just throw a nuke in there?
So I think I don't think they're holding each other at bay anymore. I think there has been a victor.
Yeah,
Well, I
nuke it.
mean,
Again, I'm not saying we have to do it. I'm just telling you my thought.
well,
We could
I mean, if there is a victor, then that is a better situation for us to get involved because it would be extremely bad for us if we tried to get involved and the other two said, "Hey, let's look over here and kill these fuckers and then get back to our business." You know what I mean? 2-on-1 is not favorable.
so we have 5 days before we can go back down to Raider Post 6. So that put Vespers, Hollow Hat, the graveyard, and then whatever is north of us kind of in play for us to look at. I don't know how much we can get to, but that's what we have within a couple of days, though, for sure. So do we want to fuck with Vespers, or do we want to just get in the car and act like we didn't see anything?
That depends.
Do we have any real reason to go in there?
Well, like the guy just told us, in a year, they're supposed to be attacked by the creatures that we have literally seen here at this location.
Great.
It
So
just
if I
seems to
nuke
care,
it, then we don't have to worry about that anymore, right?
Not if the creatures survive the nuke. Then they're just irradiated and angry.
Yeah, it sounds like if we go in there, we're gonna have to kill everybody and then kill the wombat cat.
I think we need to go in there now because if we don't and we leave it for later us is going to be really, really mad. And I don't want to be mad at now me later.
I wonder if we resupply them, if they'll help us do that, though.
Speaking of supplies, I'm just gonna put this right here, and then I dump like 30 bottles of beer into Jams's bag. They help with melee damage.
Oh, good God.
Spider.
I'm not afraid of spiders.
What happened?
Big old fucking palmetto bug,
What's a palmetto bug?
or wood roach as we call them.
Oh.
Oh, no, it was a beetle. It's just a big ass beetle. I don't know. It flew at me. The dog
All right.
was fucking with it. Carry on. Sorry.
We're going to try to get a little bit closer to Vespers, I guess, and take a look.
Like close enough to like switch to the map kind of close, or?
Yeah, yeah.
I'll just need to do a bit of editing real quick. Okay, this will take a lot longer than just a little bit. Unpause. So, upon entering Vespers, the area is covered with bubbling piles of flesh, mucus, and all kinds of other gore. And, something else you find. The streets are littered with mutated abominations of human wombat cat.
Oh my god.
I would like to leave now.
Wait, are those? You said those are just the bodies?
No. They're walking around. Those rituals he was doing. They look like grotesque human mixtures of the wombat cat and human coming out to this red mutated fleshy hybrid.
All right.
I'm scared.
We got about 3 seconds to make the decision. Are we doing this or are we leaving?
Let's fucking run.
Let's go.
James is scared. I feel like that is a decision maker. Like the big dude is scared.
James is always scared.
It's true.
I tell you as your GM, if you fight, it's going to be a long battle.
Let's get like backup for this. Or
Who
something.
the hell is going to back us up?
I don't know.
Everywhere we go, somebody needs us to do something because they're too scared to do it themselves.
Ugh.
Place is full of a bunch of bitches.
What do you say, Sven? What are we doing?
I mean, I don't know how much worse it can be than the fucking mutated death balls that we just bought.
I gesture broadly.
Sounds like we're leaving. We're gonna have to figure out how to deal with this, though.
I mean, do you have a plan for now?
Uh,
A plan besides shoot one and have the rest of us turn and look at us all at the same time?
I mean, that plan has worked so far. I told you, it's fine. We'll come back.
Look, what if I sneak into the middle of them and plan a nuke and come back?
Does that
And then
thing have a timer setting?
we run. I don't know.
That sounds like a not good idea.
Yeah,
Let's
if you fail, we goodbye you.
Well,
it's okay. Let's go.
We can
I
always come
just want
back.
to use a nuke.
Let's see what we can find at the other place.
You just have James throw it.
So we leave to go to the hollow.
That sounds like the place the little old man always tells you not to go to.
The hollow.
Yeah,
I wonder why they call it.
but I feel like that's still better than this. Let's go.
Yeah.
We're gonna get there, and a lot of the ghouls are gonna be like 3-headed and 5 feet tall.
Oh,
Five,
God.
And then we'll run away
5
from
feet's
them.
not much. I feel like I was gonna say a bigger number than 5 feet. 5 feet's not that tall.
They're gonna be
But it's like-
giants. 4
yeah,
foot
that's what I was. Yeah,
Just bop him on the head.
This place is huge.
It's neat.
I'm scared.
Oh my god.
You get to the entrance of Hollow Hatch Mine. Upon getting in here, the room is filled with the rotten stench of melting, rotting, bubbling flesh. The walls of the mine shaft have been completely melted and corroded away by what appears to be acid.
Okay, I was wrong.
Your dog does not want to enter.
I get down off of him. It's okay, boy. I understand.
too bad we don't have ungodly amounts of gasoline that we can just spray all over the place and light it on fire.
Do you know how to make it?
Gasoline? No.
Yeah. Oh. I bet it wouldn't be hard to figure out. Does it necessarily have to be gasoline? I mean, there's other stuff that's flammable.
Well, sure, but aren't they all like byproducts of the same thing?
You see as the cave floor extends upward, there's a staircase, and what was steel beams that were put into the wall have now been corroded to just steel beams and melted asbestos, as well as green sludge flows like a river on all sides of the dilapidated structure. A green ooze that bubbles, pricks, and ticks up the Geiger counter ever so slightly whenever a bubble pops on its surface. Or you can still hear the hissing of the acid that is beneath it.
And there was supposed to be supplies in here?
Yeah.
Can I like try to calm Ringo?
You can try.
I think lies is all that was here.
He's not going with you though.
No. What do you need? Animal handling?
No, like this is me telling you he's not going in.
Either way. Okay, I gotcha.
What about Stinger?
Can I bring Stinger?
He stings next to your hand.
Okay, I don't think the animals like it here. Sir Silvereye, how do you feel?
I don't think Sir Silvereye is going to be able to come with us either. You know, there's stairs, there's corroded metal.
There's acid.
Yeah.
Why don't you take a bath, Sir Silvereye?
I'm sure Casper would love to be in this place. Looks like a death trap.
Casper's like, please.
You green-stripped
Probably
nincompoop. Surely I could throw you in there and you would feel much better. After all, you'd be back with your kin, deep within the biological sludge of the world.
I don't like baths, though.
Of course you don't. How would you find a woman?
No kids screaming. I'll be right back.
I think secretly the two of them are best friends.
So, what are you all gonna do? You gonna venture up the staircase?
Yeah, I'll start walking.
Yeah, I guess so.
Whoa,
Sir Silver Eye, stay and protect Ringo.
If I must.
Jackie's coming too. She's dealing with our son.
Okay. So as you walk on past these steps, you see that the asbestos is still bubbling red hot. You make your way over, and you'll have to make an athletics check to jump over this little sludge pile here. Sven, you're up first. Athletics check.
13.
You make it across, and then your heel slips in a little bit of it as you feel it burn through your boot and shoe. Take 6 damage.
Okay. Jams, why don't you toss Lena on the floor?
Okay, can I throw Lena to Sven?
Athletics.
Oh my god. 15.
You toss over, and she barely lands in it. As she lands right into Sven's arms.
Oh, thank god. And then I guess I'll jump over.
Athletics.
Oh, it's gonna be a 1. 25.
You make it over safe and sound as you hop across. Virgil?
19.
You hop across with ease. As you make your way to the next pile of sludge, you'll need to make another athletics check to jump across.
Uh, 8.
You jump over and then you scrape your knee on some of it. In doing so, you take 25 damage from the asbestos leaking into your system and rapidly poisoning and affecting you.
You want me to throw Lana again, Lena?
Yeah, that's fine. You said it's 25 poison?
Yeah.
Okay. Resistant poisons, I have that as well.
Does the item antidote work against that poison?
Yes.
Awesome.
27 to throw her.
You toss her on over.
Do you want me to throw you, Virgil?
What's that?
Do you want me to throw you?
Sure.
Is it going to be harder for me to throw him because he's fully grown?
Yeah. -2 on athletics.
Will it still be a -2 if I get a running start and assist him?
Yes.
Okay.
Like gymnastics. Alright, I pick up Virgil and I hook him. 19.
I thought that was a nat 1 at first.
I did too.
With ease.
I just pictured you throwing
Right
Virgil
into it.
and him,
Face
and
first.
him just belly
Face
flopping
first.
into the middle, and then Jams being like, "I told you to heal me."
Alright, now I'll jump. You gotta be fucking me.
Nat 1. Nat 1.
What'd you get?
A nat 1.
You got a nat 1.
You face first into it, taking 55 poison damage.
Ugh.
Roll me another athletics check to scramble out of it.
20.
You manage to scrape your way out of it and take 25 on the exit.
Okay, I'm on the other side now.
Jams, why'd you do that?
I don't know, it looked like a good idea.
Was it at least tasty?
It's asbestos.
I don't know what that tastes like.
Could be tasty jam.
Jam, do you
I
want to
mean,
taste
a lot
it?
of
Do I
a
want
lot
to
of
what?
a lot of kids used to eat paint chips, right?
Did you want to taste the asbestos?
No. Virgil, heal me.
I shall try to heal you. It passes.
How much?
77.
Does the asbestos like poison seem like it's doing anything to us?
Not at the moment.
Oh, I have like 7 antidotes. So
1 minute.
anybody? Okay.
Um, I mean, I'm doing okay for right now. Hold on to them in case we need them.
I
Okay,
could use
I'm back.
another heal.
Yeah, at this
So-
point, you see most of my wounds have closed up.
You make it to the other side, in which you then see a long hall that closes up to 3 staircases, 2 that are currently now stuck in the sludge, but 1 that goes up further in. And as you make it to the center stairway platform here, you can see that it kind of branches off into 2 sides in what used to be a large bunker complex. Parts of it have eaten away from the acid that have been eating holes through it, and as you look up, you see the stalactites of the ceiling of the cave that have drippings of acid that kind of trickle on down and then drop and hiss when they hit the ground. As you see several fuselages of pipes and different kinds of pipes, plastic PVC pipes, metal, steel, and everything in between that have flowing green fluid through them, some orange, some blue, as it goes to what appears to be a central fusion reactor in the ceiling.
Did he
All right,
say anything
Jordan.
about there being monsters here?
I mean, there's nasty green poison on the ground. I'm gonna assume there's probably some kind of ghouls or something in here, or some other shit. I mean, it hasn't been really high radioactivity, so could be other shit.
Should we Scooby-Doo and split up? No.
I guess if you wanted to.
No.
Faster
Could
way
we
to die, I
split up?
guess.
This is how I die.
Yeah. Do you guys want to end the campaign here? Let's split up.
Alright,
I don't-
gang, split up and search for ooze.
You got a staircase that leads down into what appears to be a giant open crater. That something was here. It appears to look like an explosion happened, with scorch marks raging all across, that then lead into a tunnel and some kind of staircase. To the left and right of you to the left of you splits a pathway. To the right of you splits a pathway that goes deeper in this way. So you can go a couple different ways to go.
Let's go this way.
But before you go anywhere, we're going to
Yeah.
end the session here.